All right, so I did a terrible To Catch a Predator video. Now, I thought it was funny, but the audio is terrible. So I deleted it. So we're going to go with what I'm going to call episode 2 right now. And we're going to start with Lorne Armstrong. Now, apparently he's really big in the To Catch a Predator community, the TCAP community. I really don't know why. I only know what I saw on the Predator Chronicles. So we are going to hopefully, because I'm pulling these videos up cold, we're going to hopefully see his interview in its entirety, with the exception of me ruining it with my commentary. So let's go. What's going on? Why can't we hear anything? It's buffering. I'm on Wi-Fi in an
He's coming back,
office.
Casey. He's trying to make sure he can see you.
In a few minutes,
And
our
here we
next
go.
potential predator will probably be thinking he too should have stayed away.
Okay, his name is Lorne, L-O-R.
Man.
And you're Kayla. You should have condoms, pizza, bracelet, and a cam.
Condoms, pizza, bracelet, and a cam. Nice. Look at that. Got cameras set up like Krieger. All right.
Hey, I'm glad you could come. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Turns out
How's
today
Dad?
is his birthday. 37-year-old Lorne Armstrong,
Terrible.
construction
Really?
worker,
How
has been
come?
chatting with a girl posing as a 13-year-old for more than a month. It's one of the longest chat logs we've ever seen.
Do you think Casey is 13? Good Lord, that chick, I mean, when she's standing there, because I remember this part of it, she is gorgeous. She looks like a teenager. You have to have it in your brain that she's 13. You got to convince yourself. I don't know. She has since grown up into a beautiful young lady and really into nature and stuff like that. But Casey is like definitely one of the favorites of the TCAP community when it comes to their decoys. And you're about to see as to why.
407 pages. Using
Good
the screen
God.
name Lorne A20014, he tells her how to masturbate and then asks her if she wants to see him naked. She agrees, and he turns on his webcam. He wants her to look at his penis.
Would you like to see it up close so you can get a better look at it?
No.
Oh my gosh. I guess, if you want to show me.
After chatting with the decoy, posing as a 13-year-old for just 6 days, he expresses his deep love for her.
I wish I could marry you right now, because I would do it. That's how special you are to me, and that's how much I love you.
But he
Can you imagine the sheer amount of dick pics that perverted justice and these people have to go through? Dear, it sounds like a specific level of Dante's hell. Sorry about the buffering. Like I said, Wi-Fi, office, middle of nowhere. Here we go.
clearly knows what he's doing is wrong, telling her to delete all evidence of their chat log.
Okay, delete your archives and remember, Mrs. Kayla Marie Armstrong, I love you more than anything.
He was
Yeah.
so excited to be here.
Look at her.
And he came walking in very proud, very excited.
Look, we got these new chairs. You have to sit down.
I have to sit down?
Yeah, look. It's a massager
Oh my
chair.
God,
It
look
vibrates
at
when
that.
you press the buttons.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Yeah, flip the switches.
Which one is it?
You can use either one of them. It tells you there's one for your butt, there's one for your lower back, and there's one for your upper back.
I just felt my butt. I think.
You can pretty much tell a difference when you press the button.
Holy, yep, that's my
That
butt.
feels so
All right, so this is what I don't get. Is he into kids? Because he's not really, you know. She's obviously a young teen, supposedly by age. But look at her. The only thing that gives off the deal that she might be younger than what she is the way she's talking. And because she's specifically acting like a kid. You know, there's one for your butt, there's one for... She's talking like a kid. She doesn't look like a kid. Now, personally, she's not my cup of tea, only in the fact that even if she were 21, 22, not really my thing. Even when I was 15, I liked older women, and older at 15 was like late 20s, early 30s. I really dig those kind of girls. But I don't know. They're just these goofy bastards just live in some sort of weird fantasy. I don't get it. And apparently this cat's the favorite.
Good, right?
I thought you had blonde hair.
Do you like it? I dyed it by myself.
I think it's pretty.
Thank you.
It's very pretty.
Where's
Oh
the
my
pizza?
God.
I was waiting to eat because I thought you were bringing some.
I want to bring
Yeah,
you
man.
pizza.
Well, weren't you going to bring me something?
Well, yes, I was. And I did.
Did you bring any condoms?
Yes, I did.
Where are they?
Out in the truck.
Well, what good are they going to do in the truck if we're in here?
Well, yell at me, why don't you? I haven't had a kiss yet.
Is she acting like it's her first time? Is she? What good are they going to do in the truck? Why didn't you bring him in here? Is she acting like this is like her first rodeo? No. She's questioning him. Hey, did you bring the condoms? Are you ready to bang me? Let's get it going. How are not bells and whistles going off on like your self-preservation?
Oh, okay. Well, then what did you want to do?
Well, I want to kiss first.
And then,
Can I have a
Really?
kiss first?
well, let's talk first. We just got
Okay.
here.
Would you like me to go
Creepy
out in the truck
uncle
and get
vibe.
myself?
No, it's all right.
No? You don't want your thing right now? Present I gave you?
Well, what is it?
Well, I can't tell you.
What's a
It wouldn't be
present?
much of a present if I told you.
Well,
No,
you can
it
go
would
get
be
it
a
in little bit or
surprise.
something, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit, not as bad as what you thought you would be.
Not
Does she
as
seem
bad, but I
nervous?
still am kind of nervous. I'd rather like talk a little bit first and then like so I'm more comfortable, you know?
That's like cool.
Good.
That's cool. Does she seem nervous? She asked where your condoms were, as if she's ready to hit it. But she wants to interview you first. In the early episodes of To Catch a Predator, we talk about how these guys are like intelligent. I've yet to see one that's intelligent. Yet, there's a couple of them that are tutors that are not intelligent. Because when it comes to their dicks, their brains turn to mush. And maybe I'm playing armchair quarterback. Maybe. I don't
Really
know.
glad.
I like seeing you in person.
Yeah, I like seeing you too.
Good.
So
This is getting hot. How come?
oh, because press the red button. It's like
Oh.
heater too.
You gonna have a seat too?
I like to sit on the other chairs.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
All right, how
Damn
are you
it.
doing?
What's happening?
Not too much.
Not too much. You're a Boston fan?
Well, actually, I don't even watch baseball.
No, but it's a Boston Cab.
It's a Boston Cab, yeah.
Yeah. So what are you up to tonight?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
No.
No, a lot.
Well, I tell you, for the last several days, you've been up to a lot. You're a pretty prolific chatter there.
Holy cow. I love Gigi. I do. I love Mr. Gigi. He is freaking hilarious. But to see some of these moments, like him flipping through, like he's got the Great Gatsby in his hand, and this Lorne dude had to put two and two together. Like, holy shit. Please don't let that be everything I've said to this girl. Oh, man, this is brutal. I'll probably let this play and leave it alone for a few. This is wild.
Want to explain yourself?
Not really. I never really was gonna do anything.
You weren't really going
No,
to do it.
No.
they never are. They never are.
So you brought condoms. What else did you
Yes.
I brought her a bracelet.
bring? A bracelet. And she is how old?
Come on, Lord. How
Supposed
old?
to be 13.
Supposed to be 13. And
There
how old
you
are
go.
37
37.
Damn.
You have kids?
today. No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've got
Almost
nieces, though,
did. Nieces.
that I think the world of.
Yeah, you talk about your nieces in the chat here.
Really?
And you talk about how you like to spoil the nieces and how you would like to spoil this 13-year-old girl like you spoil your nieces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Is this the way you
up.
spoil young women?
No.
Now, what's your name?
Come on. He already knows, dude. He
That's
already
what I was
knows.
afraid of.
What were you afraid of?
Stupid move.
What were you afraid of?
Just because she was a nice girl and
She was a nice girl. You still haven't told me your name, though.
it's Lorne
Lorne what?
Armstrong
Armstrong. And where do you live, Lorne?
in Nashville now.
Nashville. What do you do in Nashville?
Actually, I work at a construction company.
And what do you build?
I just started there last week.
Oh,
Building a gym for a church.
A gym for a church.
So you're still in your
Is that a good
probationary
job?
period.
Yeah.
Now, besides all this chat here, and we'll go through that in a minute, you also sent a whole bunch of pictures.
That's brutal as hell. That's brutal.
Now, why would you think that's appropriate?
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
There you go, Lord.
Those are all your pictures, right? Is that all you do in your spare time?
No.
I don't watch baseball in my spare time. This is
You ever get in
intense.
trouble like this before?
No, I've never done this before.
You've never done it before.
They've never done it before. It's always the first
Have you ever
time.
met anybody in person who you first met online in a chat room?
No.
This is the first time. So
Yeah.
what made you all of a sudden, for the first time, get online, chat up a 13-year-old girl,
Did you see Casey?
and drive up from Nashville to meet her
She's flexible.
for sex?
I didn't.
Lauren,
Come on, Lord.
you send her naked photos. You have an
Come on.
explicit conversation. And you bring condoms. What does that add up to?
I know.
He's flaccid now. I wonder if he thinks he's getting out of it. I wonder if he thinks, because the thing about it is,
At first, you
to catch a predator. All right, so some of these guys know about it. Some of these guys don't. It hasn't been brought up here. So I'm curious what's going through their mind, because we have like decades now to think about to catch a predator. But I wonder if these guys are like, okay, so is this the dad? Is this a private investigator? Are the cops involved in this? Because no cops. Because if that's I think that's what's intriguing me right now is what's going through Lorne's mind. No cops have shot in. It's obviously related to a sting operation, but typically once the sting operation is exposed, then typically law enforcement come in. But nobody's coming in. So I wonder if he thinks he's just going to get busted and put on camera. I really would like to see like an after interview of what was going through their head.
You seem like the good Samaritan, the protector. Don't tell me your last name. Don't ever tell anyone from the internet your last name, okay? Okay, why? Because there are some real weirdos on here sometimes, and they might try to go looking for you.
That's right.
So don't ever tell them your last name, your address, your phone number, the town you live in, or the school you go to. You're one of those weirdos. I mean, was that some kind of a ruse to gain her trust?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. So how did it go from, hey, be careful, don't give anybody your last name, to, hi, here's some naked pictures of myself and I'm coming over with condoms?
Noticed that watching the Predator Chronicles, I've noticed that most of these guys don't consider themselves predators, don't consider themselves pedophiles. They don't consider themselves into younger children. Like what he said to her is obviously apropos, but it's probably something that he says to his nieces too. You know, I mean, it probably wasn't a ruse. He was probably really looking out for her. They never see themselves as the creep. They never do. I would love to see one just go, oh yeah, I like to fuck kids. It's awesome. And you're really screwing that up for me, Chris. And I don't appreciate that. But they never do. They never think they're the bad guy.
I don't know.
It's crazy.
You don't know. Well, you must know something. I mean, help me to understand this.
I don't know why.
You don't know.
I even did.
You don't know why you did it. Well, I think I know why you did it. You did it because you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
I don't think that.
No, what?
I don't think that was it.
You don't think it was it? Well, why don't you help me out? Why don't you tell me what it was then?
Because I wasted 5 years of my life on the internet talking to girls that gained my trust, and she seemed like somebody I could trust.
You could trust. So when you say you spent 5 years on the internet, what, getting taken advantage of by women? In what way?
Really? Yeah, in what
every
way? I'm
way.
curious.
For instance.
Come on, examples.
I was over in Washington State. That's when I started going on the internet.
When you lived in Washington State, you started going on the internet, and what happened?
I met a girl, and she said her name was Amanda James, and she told me that her daughter was her niece, and that she was watching her niece. Well, she was actually had custody of her niece.
And then?
And?
3 years later, I moved back to Maine just to be close to her because she lived in Pennsylvania, and I didn't date anyone. I didn't see anyone because of her.
All right. So what happened?
Come on, man.
I got back to Maine, and I was talking to her on the phone, and she, my sister wanted to say hi to her, and my sister had been on the internet for a couple of years, and she was able to read people pretty good.
Dude, you suck at telling story. Come
And
on.
what happened?
And she got on the phone with her, and she after she got off the phone, she was only on the phone with her for about 2 minutes, and she got off the phone with her and told me that she wasn't real.
She wasn't real.
She told me she was lying to me, and she'd been lying to me all along.
Did you ever meet this woman?
Well, who
Did you
was
send
she?
her money?
I sent her money. I sent her all kinds of Dale Earnhardt things.
Dale Earnhardt things.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. things. She was Dale.
The race car driver.
Yeah.
God, it's so hillbilly.
And so because you got taken advantage by a couple of women on the internet, you thought it was okay to take advantage of a 13-year-old girl on the internet.
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
No.
So what was your thought
I'm very
process?
happy that you talked to me before talking to anyone else, though. This way, you'll be safe.
Because really?
That's what I meant.
Safe from who?
Too. I don't know how.
You don't know how what?
I don't know how it lead to this.
Well, here, let me take you down the road. This is how it went. You started with this,
God, Chris
and
is
then it
brutal.
goes to. So this is as thick as a telephone book, by the way. This chat. You started chatting with
Thick
her
as
when?
telephone book.
Last month. So you've been chatting with this young woman, for a month. And so it starts with you being the protective older brother type, and we flip through dozens and dozens of pages here.
Damn.
Ultimately, it builds into a very sexually explicit conversation.
Dude,
Right.
you need to stay off the internet.
I wish
What the
I were
hell?
sticking it in you right now.
Ugh. That's gross. Although I was in a band with this drummer, and how he would explain that he wanted to have sex with a girl. He goes, "I just want to kill her. I want to stab her to death with my dick."
You tell her
I'm like,
to delete
what?
her archives after we stop talking again, okay? Why did you want her to delete her archives?
Come on, evidence.
Help me out.
Because of shit like this, Chris. You know what?
You
I
didn't
didn't
want to get in trouble.
I didn't want her to get in trouble by her parents.
That bottom right camera, anytime it goes back onto Lorne, it is like crystal clear. So that must be like the version that ends up on television.
This goes on and on and on.
Because I don't know where they got this. Like I said, I just ran a search for To Catch a Predator interviews, and this was the first one that popped up, or at least today it was the first one that popped up. But when it did, they obviously didn't show this version on television. This is definitely an unedited interview because it's all four cameras, and I can only assume that bottom right, when it goes crystal clear, that's what ended up on television. That is just nuts, though. The people in the TCAP community are resourceful. I mean, they get interviews and information that is supposed to be off limits. Yeah, none of this would have made, Chris flipping through pages and the quiet downtime.
Do you think naughty thoughts about me before you go to sleep?
Oh, wow. Look at him breaking. Look at Lorne breaking up there.
You talk about getting married to her. Getting married. She's 13.
Yeah,
Huh?
when she was 18.
Whoa. What do you mean she was 18?
So I meant when she was 18.
Oh, you were going to marry her.
Oh, you were going to marry when she was 18. What are you going to do for 5 years?
But you're just going to have sex with her from the ages of 13 to 18. Are you excited about me or my penis?
My penis. Are you excited about me or my penis?
Did you bring
My
anything
penis.
else with you tonight?
Not my dick, not my cock. My penis. Are you excited about my penis? My penis is excited about your vagina. It's very the little hairless peach fish that it is. I mean, because that's what he thinks she's 13. Freak. Are you excited about my penis?
Like what?
Like anything?
Nope.
Food, alcohol.
Nope.
So just the bracelet and the condoms.
Yeah, he already disappointed her by not bringing pizza.
Nothing else.
So you're not going to feed her. You're just going to feed her.
What do you think ought to happen? Oh, here's
What do you think, God? Oh, here's a good one.
Is Miss Vagina thinking about Mr. Penis?
Oh, my
What
God.
is she thinking?
Oh, my God.
What's up with that?
He is vagina. I was being facetious. Oh, my God. Is Miss Vagina thinking about Mr. Penis?
What do you think ought to happen?
Oh, shit. Like it was in one of those golden Dick and Jane. Jack and Jill storybooks.
Counseling to get off the internet.
You should go to counseling and get off the internet.
Really?
Did you ever say to yourself, hey, man, I got a problem here?
No, because I never thought I did.
You never thought you did.
Your sister alluded to the fact that
Does
you did.
this incident make you think that perhaps you have a problem?
She showed you did. That you were duped for
What are you
3
gonna do?
years.
I got to do some things I can't do that. Oh my God.
Well,
Oh, here it
you ever
comes.
watch television much? You ever watch a program called Dateline NBC?
Oh, it's about to go bad for you, Lorne.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. And we're doing a story on
Oh.
this. Now you're free to walk out of this house right now. If there's anything else you want to say, now would be the time to say it.
So he thinks he's going home. He thinks he's going home.
Sheriff's office down! Get down!
On the ground.
Man, you can hear him cry.
He's taken to the local police station where his car is searched.
On Mr.
That
Armstrong's
is
truck, we found some
brutal.
condoms, a variety pack, plus
The pleasure
some
pack.
jewelry.
And later, he's interviewed by law enforcement.
I believe you
It's like a bracelet you get at a
quite a few photographs.
gas station.
All right, sir.
Well, at least he was smart in that. So, Lorne Lynn Armstrong. Lorne Lynn Armstrong was arrested during the Bowling Green, Kentucky sting on October 18, 2007. Armstrong pleaded guilty to one federal charge of traveling in interstate commerce for the purpose of engaging in sexual act with a minor. And on June 30th, 2008, Armstrong was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison and a lifetime probation and registration as sex offender. On August 18th, 2008, also pled guilty to one state charge of attempt unlawful transaction with minor less than 16, first degree. He was sentenced to 7 years in state prison with 305 days credit for time served. He had been in the county jail since his arrest. The two sentences ran concurrent to one another. Armstrong was released on November 6, 2012. In August of 2019, Armstrong was sentenced to 6 months in prison 7 years later for violations of the terms and requirements of his parole. He has spent 5 years in a sex offender rehabilitation class. 5 years. And he was failing class because he refused to take any responsibility for his actions leading to his arrest. He was not sorry at all. That whole crocodile tear crap that we saw when he was sitting in the chair, he was going to walk off, write it off, try again. He had also been drinking alcohol on several occasions, which is a violation of his sex offender registration. He was released in February of 2020. On January 22nd, 2021, Armstrong had a conference call with his lawyer, probation officer, and sex offender counselor. They decided that Armstrong will remain a registered sex offender on probation. So I thought like once you were registered, that was it. But apparently there's a time limit to some of them, which is nuts to me because I don't see these cats changing. Anyway, that's the video. I appreciate you checking in with me. And I hope you liked the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.